Alright, so I want to talk about John McCain's death. I got a few notes I want to talk about here. And I actually rarely in a video do I make notes, but this is too important. I wanted to jot some things down here. So this is a special video for you guys here. So first thing I want to talk about is people are criticizing Donald Trump because of his public mourning is not big enough. I mean, whenever a celebrity dies, it's almost like a competition. Oh, who could seem most sad in public? Who could play the victim card the most? It's like who could go on Twitter and write up the message that'll make people cry the most. And, you know, it's almost like a competition to see who the most moral person is. I'm so sick of people's deaths being made into public things. And, look at John McCain. It's such a public thing. Like when somebody dies, it should be a private ceremony between the friends and the family members of that person who died. I mean, I don't, like when somebody dies, the family members do not have an obligation to go on Twitter and make a message. Nobody has an obligation to do that, and I don't think anybody should, because that's a private thing. So now what? The media is the arbitrator of how you mourn in public over somebody's death. And I mean, it's pretty obvious. John McCain and Donald Trump were not the closest of friends. So the media should not be... It's like when John Lennon died and they were interviewing Paul McCartney afterwards. And he said, yeah, it's such a drag. And everybody got up on Paul McCartney's case. And, oh, he wasn't mourning enough when John Lennon died. Your mourning is in private. It's a private thing. That's a very private thing to do. And many people do it differently. Some people don't even cry when people die. Other people sob for a week. So, I hate when the media does this and people do this with celebrities that die. The next thing I want to talk about is how Democrats are publicizing John McCain's death and the media too. And now they fucking love John McCain. It's like he's like the second coming of Jesus Christ now. The Democrats love John McCain. He's this great person. They didn't love him so much back in 2008 though. But now they apparently love him. And they're just using it to score political points, saying, oh, John McCain was such a great person. I love John McCain. All the people on CNN and MSNBC. Oh, I love him. He's so great. Vote for me now. Watch our channel. We're so great and moral because we love John McCain and we've been sucking his dick for the past week. And that's what I want to talk about too, is this has been going on for so long. He died, today's Saturday, I might upload this video in a few days. He died like a week ago and they're still it's still the #1 news story. I mean, can we get on? I mean, oh, he died, let's talk about it for a day or two and let's get on with our lives. But instead, I was watching the news yesterday. Oh, let's go live now. John McCain's body's being transported into an airplane from Washington, D.C. Oh, let's go live now. The funeral service. Again, why is the funeral service public? That should be a private ceremony between the friends and the family of John McCain, not a public event where we could watch Joe Biden cry. That should be a private thing. But it's been publicized now so people can score political points over who sobs the most over John McCain. And like I said, it's been going on all week long. I mean, then they're like, oh, they wanted Trump to lower the flags to half-staff. It's like a week later, everybody's flag's still lowered to half-staff. I mean, what the fuck's going on? Can we get on with our lives? I'm seeing Congress is debating over, oh, should we rename the building the McCain building? How about you fucking get to work and do some productive shit? How about we name the building the taxpayers' building since they were the ones who paid for it, you fucking idiots. And then you got people like John McCain's daughter bashing Trump at the wedding. So I've been talking about this, how everything in life now is politicized, whether it's sports or college or TV shows or movies. Everything is politicized. Everything has a political message behind it. It seems like everybody loves to bash Trump now, no matter where you are at. So even at funerals, they politicize him and they make him about politics. What a fucking shame. And what a lowlife Meghan McCain is for bringing up Trump and bashing Trump. And even more of a lowlife is Al Sharpton, who uses Aretha Franklin's funeral to bash Trump. I mean, what, do you feel like a man now, Al Sharpton? You use somebody's funeral, a place where you're supposed to mourn over somebody and remember the good memories of them. You use a funeral to push a political message. What a fucking scumbag Al Sharpton is. But yet, they call him a hero. I see at CNN, they're calling him a hero. They're saying, oh, Al Sharpton courageous, scathing of Trump at Al Sharpton's funeral. They're acting like it's such a great thing. A funeral is not a place to insert your political agenda or political beliefs. What a fucking lowlife. And then they didn't. So then all these Democrats like Barack Obama, they get invited to John McCain's funeral, but Sarah Palin and Donald Trump don't. Doesn't make any sense, does it? But that's how the world works. Joe Biden's there, and like I said, the Democrats are just in love with John McCain now because why? Well, because he voted against Trump. And again, they didn't like him too much back in 2008, did they? And they're calling him like a great man now. They're like, again, they're sucking his dick. They're calling him this great man. And I mean, he did fight in the war, so you got to give him that, obviously. But do you think if Trump died, the Democrats would be sucking Trump's dick? No, they wouldn't. And the fact of the matter is, the public supported Trump more than McCain. McCain got his ass handed to him in the 2008 election. He got killed, but Trump won, despite all odds. And yet the media is just so in love with John McCain, but they hate Donald Trump. It just shows you how out of touch the media and the Democrats are, that they are just saying John McCain's this great person, but Donald Trump's this horrible person. But somehow Trump got elected and McCain didn't. So you tell me who's the better person. You tell me who the public likes more. So I am just so sick and tired of this drawn-out process. It's been going on forever, and it'll probably continue to go along. I mean, we might as well just declare September John McCain Mourning Month and just mourn for 30 days straight and not even pass any bills, don't even do anything. Nobody should go to work, and we should just continue mourning over this guy forever. Let's get on with our lives. This doesn't have to be a month-long process, people. Oh, we're going live now. It's John McCain's body being transported. I mean, it's just ridiculous. It's drawn out, and I'm sick and tired of it. And they're using it to score political points. That's all people do. It's like, and when somebody dies, again, let me reiterate this point again. It should be a private thing between the family and the friends of the deceased. You don't have to go on Twitter and make a message about it. Again, it's a private conversation. It does nobody any good to lower your flags to half staff. It does nobody anything good to write some message on Twitter. Again, that could very well just be a private thing between you and the deceased. You don't have to make it public. The good memories you had with somebody who died. So I don't get why they just do that to play the victim card and to try to make people feel bad for them. So I'm sick and tired of this shit. So there you go, people. There's my thoughts on that.